Good evening. Okay, let me know if you guys can hear me. Hi there. Okay, so YouTube says they can hear me and Facebook gave me hearts. So that means everyone can hear me, right? How are you guys doing? So we're gonna wait for everybody to get here, just a few seconds. And while we're waiting, how many of you watched episode 1 of Yellowstone last night of season 4? Who got to see it? Okay, awesome. Thank you. Okay, so this is Monday, November 8th, and tomorrow is mine and David's 30th anniversary. We're gonna go out to dinner. Not too big of a celebration since we were originally supposed to be in Jamaica this week. Thank goodness we weren't. And then now we've kind of rescheduled our celebration for February when it's really cold outside. He's going to take me to Key West. So, but we are going to dinner tomorrow night. That'll be fun. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Let's get started. Don't forget to sign up for my 12 Days of Christmas. It is going to start on Wednesday, and it's only going out to newsletter subscribers. So if you don't know how to find it, let me know. I've posted about it a bunch, so you should not have any trouble finding the sign-up box. But if you do, let me know. And this is my current host code. We have a really fun project for you tonight. Every year I make blessing mix. Technically it's a table decor. Some years I make them, some years I skip them, but I usually try to come up with a really cute new idea. So the blessing mix contains, I've got my container here, and I did go to Walgreens the other day and I purchased everything except for one item. And the only reason I didn't purchase that one was because I already had it in my possession. So if you have a Walgreens locally, you're going to need bugles and peanuts, pretzels. Now, I've never done this before. I normally just get regular pretzels, but I thought, you know what? Let's switch it up this year and let's add dark chocolate pretzels. Pretzels are pretzels, right? And then candy corn. This is the only thing I didn't have to buy because I think, Stephanie, you sent me these. And then the orange slices. And the orange slices is the one item that everybody has the most question about is, what are they? I don't like these things. They're like pure sugar, but my husband and my sister loves them. But anyway, yeah, that's the orange slices. So we're gonna make the blessing mix, and then we're gonna make a box. And so I'm gonna be using the 3x9 cellophane. What are these? 3x9 gusseted cellophane bags. Now I did wash my hands right before I went live. So my hands are clean, but if I'm making these for guests, I will tell you I have a really cute little scoop that I got somewhere. I don't know where I got it. Maybe like Restoration Hardware or Williams and Sonoma. It's a cute little silver scoop. If I'm giving this to a bunch of people, I don't really use my fingers, but I'm not going upstairs to get one more thing. I've already been up there 100 times today. So I'm just going to toss in some bugles. And I know, I'm sorry, this is going to be extremely loud. Maybe I should have done it before I went live, but, oh well, what can I say? So then we're going to add 3 of the pretzels. And there's no right or wrong way to do this. You can fill this bag up or not. I use binder clips for so many things. And then the peanuts, just gonna toss those in there. Candy corn. My husband's gonna be so glad he can have some of this stuff now. I had to like snatch it out of his hand the other day. He's like, "What's this?" I'm like, "Dude, that is not for you. Not yet." Okay. So here it is. And I'm just going to fold it up and I'm just going to set it aside for a little bit. Okay, so that's our blessing mix. Stephanie, I was born in Florida, but I've never been to the Keys either. My husband has, not me, but it was the warmest place we could go in the month of February that was in the United States. So we don't know if we're going to be able to travel internationally. And since we wasn't able to go to Jamaica this week, it's like, okay, what's the warmest place? And we Googled it multiple times. And the Keys were the warmest place in February. So that's where we're going. Now I've gone ahead and die cut these out. This is the Intricate Leaves dies. And this is Cajun Craze and Old Olive and Bumblebee. Okay, so those are the 4 leaves that we're going to be using. Here's the poem. So it comes 9 to a page. And I printed this on Very Vanilla cardstock. So if you have a good printer to print it on Very Vanilla, if not, you can print it on printer paper. It'll still work just fine. It's just this is, you know, vanilla instead of white. But use whatever you have. These little dots on here are white, right? So I cut this down to measure. Let me give you that real quick. This piece, 2 1/16 by 2 9/16. Basically, I just put it on the trimmer and just whack, whack, whack until it got, you know, like that edge. So then the Cajun Craze layer that's going to go behind it is what? 2 3/4 by 2 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead and just add that and get that part done. I'm kind of doing this all backwards, but by the time everybody gets here, those that are late, then I'll just be starting the box, so it'll work out just fine. I have to tell y'all, my poor daughter, Brookie, she accidentally backed into a luxury vehicle this weekend and busted their tail light. She just had a heck of a bad weekend. Yeah, she felt so bad. We had to leave a note on the person's car, and he called and he was extremely nice, thank goodness. Oh, I guess that's her first fender bender, but she wasn't even going, she just was backing up, so thank goodness it didn't hurt her. Okay, that's done. I know, how'd I go from talking about blessing mix to Brookie? Because she's on my mind. She's just kind of, what can I say? She's very fragile right now. Okay, so now we're going to take 2 pieces. I didn't give y'all the measurements, so let me back up a second. I showed y'all how my brain's working right now. Soft suede, and this measures 6 by 8.5. And then we have 2 pieces that measure 5 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then we have basic black, that's 1 by 1. And then 2 pieces that measure 1 by 3 1/4. And then the Bumblebee is 1 1/2 by 1 1/2. So you're going to also need Cajun Craze. I already gave you that, but I'll give it again. 2 3/4 by 2 1/4. And then scraps of these to cut out to do your die cutting. Okay. Now, let's take these 2 pieces that are identical. Let me move this over here. Now, I have to tell you, I can get a little bit confused on this project. So, It's a good thing this is being filmed, right? So the trimmer needs to go on the side like this, okay? And then you're gonna take your soft suede cardstock like this, because I normally say portrait and landscape, but I tell you, if I say portrait or landscape, it can be really confusing. So what I'm gonna do is place it on my trimmer, and I'm gonna line up the edge with 1 inch, okay? So it's touching the 1 inch over there, and then I'm gonna cut from 1 inch to the end, which is 4 1/4, okay? So I'm gonna stand on my tippy toes and make sure I can see. So I'm gonna cut from 1 inch to the end. And then I'm gonna flip it over and do the exact same thing. So 1 inch, line this up with the 1, hold on. There we go. And cut. Now what we're going to do is line it. So now we're turning it this way, okay? Let me hold it up. So we're placing it on the trimmer this way now. And again, we're lining it up with the 1. And we're going to cut from 1 inch to the left to the end, okay? So whack. And then we're going to flip it and do the same thing. So 1 inch, whack. So there's this one. Now we got to do the exact same thing to the other piece, okay? So I'm going to set that there. And how did I say? This right here. So we're going to place it on the 1 inch. And we're going to cut from 1 to 4 1/4. Yes, because I'm so short, I have to stand on my tippy toes. And then I'm going to flip it and do that again on the other side. And then turn it this way. And we're going to cut from 1 to the end, and then flip it and do the same thing. Okay, these are done. Yay! I didn't mess up. I was so afraid I was going to. Okay, so now let's take our box piece here. I don't want to lose any of my pieces. And I'm going to get the Simply Scored scoring tool. I'm going to place it on the 8 1/2 inch side, which I like to call the landscape side. And I'm going to score it at 3 1/2 inches on both sides. Did I use the wrong end? I did. So 3 1/2, and then flip it and 3 1/2. Then I'm going to turn it on the portrait side, which is the 6 inch side, and I'm going to score it at 1 1/2 on both sides. Okay, I'm going to fold on the score lines and burnish with the bone folder. Now we're going to do some cutting. So just cut and then trim this tab. And then the same thing over here. I'm going to put adhesive on the 2 tabs. And then the front row. I haven't messed this thing up in forever. And then now, of course, as I'm live, I'm going to mess it up. It always happens when you're live, right? Okay, so now this is going to go like this. And then this is going to fold over. So this is the box that's going to hold our blessing mix. See how perfect that is? You could seal this if you want. You could use washi tape to tape it. There we go. Now, we're going to decorate both of these. This one looks the best, so I'm going to start with this one. So I'm going to add the basic black. And I'm going to do that to both pieces. So there's that one. I'm looking to see which side looks the best. Whoops. Okay, we're going to take the basic black square, this is 1 inch, and place it in the middle of the bumblebee square. And that's going to go there, but we're going to add our really beautiful leaves. And I like trimming this one off on the end. And this one. So this is going to go here. And I'm just going to take some liquid glue and place it there. And then this one's going to go over here. So just a little bit of liquid glue. We want to hold that for a second. Yes, I used too much liquid glue, but it'll be okay. Because this thingy's going to cover it up. Most of it. Thingy. I'm going to use a black Stampin' Dimensional for this piece. And then this is going to go on the front of the box. So I'm going to put my liquid glue on here. And I'm just going to center it. I tried to get that in there so perfect, and then now I took it out. Okay, I'll cut this thing a little bit crooked, but not the end of the world. Now we're going to take, whoops, 2 pieces of linen thread. See, if you don't have a chick stand, it also works as like a little spool holder. Y'all have seen me do that before, though. Okay, I'm just going to trim the ends. And this is going to get added in the corner. I'm going to use a glue dot. I have finally adjusted to the backwards glue dots. Finally. Now we got to do the back. So let's see. I'm done with that. So now we're going to add the poem on the back. And this is a free PDF over on my website. I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals again. one in each corner. You could use liquid glue if you want, but I'm going to be adding these leaves here. Let's see, this one goes over here. I did it backwards. Just a little bit of glue. Time changes. I don't like time change. I wish we could stay on forever daylight savings time. Like, I liked the time that it was 2 days ago. This whole thing of getting dark really early, ugh, it kills me. I didn't sleep at all last night. Okay, there's that. Now let's go ahead and add this. That was a lane swerve, right? Talking about time change. Ugh. I like when we spring forward. I just don't like to fall back. Okay, now I'm gonna add this there. And let's see if it's straight. And now I just want to hold it for a second. Make sure it seals good. Okay, now let's put our blessing mix in there. So this will make such a beautiful table decoration for Thanksgiving. Yeah, isn't that darling? I love it. And it's so simple to make. So we have been on here for 22 minutes. Now, did you notice there's a little bit of a difference here? This one is 5 1/4 by 4 1/4. This one is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. So if you want this hat thingy to be a little bit longer, you could use 5 1/2. But 5 1/4 is, oh, my square's not actually in the center. Oh well, nobody will know. And now I already have 2 made for our Thanksgiving table. Yeah. Okay, so what questions do you guys have for me? Yes, every year the blessing mix box just, oh my gosh, it just gets cuter and cuter, right? Again, here's the poem on the back side, and that is a free PDF. I will tell you, this was the printout that I used in 2019. So when I post the pictures of all this on my blog, and I'll update in the description the link to the PDF, but it is already over on my website. So if you find the blessing mix for 2019, that's the one that I used. So it's already over there. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna look on the Facebook questions first, because we have some time. Yeah. Thank you guys. Yeah, last week we did the little turkey, you know, and that would have been cute. But this Pilgrim hat blessing mix, yeah, it's the bee's knees, right? Okay. I did not get an extra hour of sleep. Somebody might have, but not me. The time change messes up everything. Maybe teenagers, right? Maybe they get an extra hour of sleep. They're unaffected by the time change. Yes, there's bugles. So the blessing mix is bugles, pretzels, candy corn, orange slices, and peanuts. So that's the blessing mix. And you can get all of them at Walgreens or your grocery store. Oh, y'all are asking about the black mat. Yeah, Stampin' Up used to sell these, and I have about 8 of them. I have them throughout my whole studio. I love it. Yeah, I keep changing things up. I think because, you know, Keith's funeral was on Friday, and I had my nails done black and my toes black, and I'm just kind of in a dark mood. Um, yeah. And you know what? I actually kind of like the dark because it makes things, I kind of feel like it makes things pop. Y'all have to tell me. Um, yeah, you'll have to tell me what you think. I feel like it almost makes the project stand out more than any of the other colors I've used. I got that y'all didn't like the green that I used last week, which is okay. I appreciate y'all being honest. I'll be honest with y'all, you be honest with me, especially if we're nice, right? Okay, I went all the way to the beginning and I didn't see any other questions on the Facebook side. So now I'm gonna get my YouTubers. I'm so happy I can be live for all of y'all. Yes, I can read the poem for you. So I think there might be one word in here that I can't say real well. The bugles are a symbol of the cornucopia, a horn of plenty. The pretzels represent arms folded in thanks and prayer. The candy corn reminds us that during the first winter, the pilgrims were allowed only 5 kernels of corn per day because the food was scarce. The fruit is a reminder that Thanksgiving is the celebration of the harvest. The peanuts represent seeds, the potential of the bounteous? That's the word I'm not sure I'm saying right. Harvest of the next season if they are planted and well tended. Yeah, I love it. It gives me chill bumps when I read the part about the 5 kernels of corn per day because food is scarce. That almost makes me cry. Um, we're so lucky that we have so much food, right? Let's see. Oh, someone else is going to, well, I'm not going to Jamaica now. I wish I was, but someone is going in February. I hope you have fun. You'll have to tell me. Well, I've been there a couple of times. Their rum is real good. Okay, no questions on the YouTube side. You guys are always really quiet on the YouTube side. Why is that? I don't know. Why are y'all so quiet? I do get a lot of comments after the fact though, so I should take that back. I get awesome comments after the video is posted, so that's good. You know, I don't really have any housekeeping notes tonight other than don't forget to sign up for my 12 Days of Christmas. Those are going to be going out in my newsletter only, not on my blog. And I'm still taking orders for the adhesive totes. I don't have one in here because they're in the other room for assembly. Yeah, I got everyone except for one that pre-ordered on round 1. They're all shipped out. So now the next one ends on November 15th. I do them in stages because I don't want people to wait forever that ordered the first week. Yeah, so I'm trying to do the best customer service I can right now, for sure. Uh, okay, let's see. Okay, any last minute questions before I sign off? I'm gonna look really quick. When do the new catalogs come out? I will be ordering them from Stampin' Up the first week of December, and I will be mailing them mid-December. So I'm going to be putting up my sign-up sheet. I'm only sending catalogs now based on people signing up because so many addresses are changing, and the post office postage is so expensive. So I only mail catalogs now by request. So I will be putting out that sign up box probably later this week. Yeah. That, and let me show y'all something really quick for those of you that have not already left. This is called the Ever Eden Designer Series paper. I did not order the bundle, the new bundle that's a promotion that Stampin' Up is running right now. I went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and I just know that I wouldn't use it enough to justify purchasing it, so I didn't purchase it. But I did purchase the paper because I like the paper. And it's not that I didn't like the stamp set or the dies or whatever. It's just I just didn't feel like I was going to be able to use it enough to justify purchasing it. Yeah, so I could be wrong, but you guys know I like animals. I love animals. So this is the A side. This is the B side, which I love the B side too. The next sheet, A, and then B, A, B. I have to say, almost always I like the B side better than the A. The A and B. I love that ombre. A and B. Love that too. A and B. Yeah, so it's a really nice pack of paper. I could break down and get the suite. I don't think I'm going to though, because I've got so many, I've got more Thanksgiving projects to make for you guys. And then not only am I doing the 12 days of Christmas for my newsletter subscribers, but then I also have to make projects for my blog, like reindeer food and snowman soup. So yeah, I'm going to focus on the holidays still. Oh, Denise, that's so nice. You're very welcome. Thank you for saying that. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention the $75 join-in special. Grr, how can I forget that? Yes, you can join in. You can join my team for $75. And yeah, I want you to join if you want to, but I'm one of those people that I'm not going to twist your arm. Do I have a favorite all-time stamp set? Oh, absolutely. Bella and Friends. That would be my all-time favorite. I probably have others, like Dear Friends is another one that I really liked. It was little circles. I still have the hedgehog sets, like Hedgehog Halloween. I think I actually have it like right across the room. Yeah. You know what? Maybe during the holidays I'll just go live and show you guys some of my oldies. Um yeah, I tend to keep my most favorites. Yeah. I have them over there on a shelf. Uh can you sign up for the 12 days Oh, sure, absolutely. It's just my newsletter, and you're going to get one email a day. They're written tutorials, so if you sign up, it's gonna get delivered every single day for 12 days straight. So don't unsubscribe, or you're gonna miss some of them. But yeah, 12 really cute projects, and I showed the sneak peek on my blog and on Facebook. Um, I'll make sure I print the sneak peeks for Wednesday when I go live for Coffee and a Card. Oh, that was a good question. Let me scroll back and see that. What would happen? Wait. Oh, would you happen to know what stamp set I'd Be Lost Without You is from? Pam, I don't know. Does anybody know? It's a stamp set that says I'd Be Lost Without You. I'd Be Lost Without You. That sounds so familiar. I will look. And Pam, I think I have your email address. I know I do. So if I find it, I'll email you. I better write it down too. Diana, yes, you can join and do nothing afterwards. Yes, you can be a kidnapper. That's what we call y'all. And you can do it. Yeah, there's no rules against it. In fact, I have lots of downline that join and then deactivate and join and deactivate. I don't always say that's the best, because as demonstrators, we don't get anything when you buy the starter kit. I don't really like to say that because it just sounds so negative, but we don't actually get a bonus or get any, we get zero when people join. But if you place an order, and then if you become a qualified demonstrator, we do. But as a new recruit or just a recruit, we don't see any payment from that, any compensation. I don't normally mention that, but it is true. Hedgehog Happiness. Kathy, you and I both are familiar with that, right? I love it. I love the hedgehogs. In fact, back in the day, my friends and I, we would buy 2 of every hedgehog stamp set because we were so afraid that something was going to happen to one of them. You know, I think Nice and Easy Notes was another one that I really liked. Yeah. Okay. I am going to go ahead and sign off. My husband's upstairs cooking dinner. So I will see you guys Wednesday at noon, right? Okay. Thank y'all so much for being here.